Tony Tone Show, Vintage Sound, 93.1 FM. It is a staple at my house. Sunday nights, 9 o'clock Central on Spike, Bar Rescue. Before we talk to the man behind it all, Jon Taffer, let's take a sneak peek of this weekend's episode right here.
The day with the best of intentions, and then I get an upset customer or a stove or a hood that breaks.
Brand new. Broken.
And it's like, okay, I'm having a shot.
He's just sitting back, drinking, making a fool of himself, making a fool of this place.
Josh, I just wanted.
He's just an ass when he's drunk at the bar.
I'm gonna go for the nipple shot again.
And Josh's apathetic attitude held no standards for the staff.
I've had roles where I held at a higher standard and I followed that, but if my boss is drinking, I'm drinking. I might as well have a good time while I'm here.
Which is leaving Nicole to pick up the pieces.
Having to babysit your owner, passed out on the bar top or laying on the patio floor, drunk, it's impossible to have to deal with. Just leave him on the patio? Yes.
Josh's drinking is not only affecting the business, but is also straining his marriage with Alexia.
Before Summit House, he was happier. He was more involved with his family. He was more gregarious and outgoing. That's why it's so hard to see this change. He's like locked in this depression spiral he just can't seem to pull himself out of. We have 2 little kids, which is really hard because they love their dad, but it's the hardest thing.
We're losing $4,500 a month right now, with an enormous amount of debt of $750,000.
He had to borrow a lot of money from his parents against our house, and this place just isn't making the bills. It's really difficult because this was his dream, and when it didn't turn out to be the way that he wanted it to, he gave up on the bar, he gave up on our family, he gave up on everything.
With his marriage and business on the line, Josh has agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar Rescue.
Oh boy, I'm locked out. Do I have my phone?
Oh, here we go. That's going to be a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline. The host of Bar Rescue, it's Jon Taffer. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Jon Taffer, welcome back to the state of Iowa, buddy. How you doing?
Great. It's good to be back, man. Big fun last time.
Oh, I tell you what. I want to start by saying I was looking at your Twitter feed, and you sent something out the other day that I thought was so compelling. You said on Twitter, Jon Taffer, my grandpa said the size of your phone book is more important than the size of your checkbook. Relationships are more valuable than money. That's like the best thing I've read all week, John. It's so true.
Yeah, but you want to hear something cool? My grandfather died an extremely wealthy man. So his checkbook was thick because his phone book was thick. You know what I mean?
Oh, it makes total sense. But, I mean, you get to experience this firsthand, and certainly with the 5th season of Bar Rescue on Spike this Sunday, 9 o'clock Central for us. I mean, the relationships at the end of the day are really going to make or break these bars that you're going into, right?
It's the truth. And in some cases, the relationship that I have with the owner is key to their success. And a lot of people don't realize when they get to Bar Rescue, first of all, they don't know when I'm coming or if I'm coming. Mm-hmm. They think I'm coming tomorrow, so I come in today. Sometimes I install extra light fixtures in the bar when my crew is putting it in, and I'll have them start to pull the fixtures out, say he's not coming, and then I'll walk in. Sometimes they think I'm coming, and I come hours later, hours early. We do everything we can to make it real when I walk in. But they know that there's a chance, a good chance, that I might come in the next few days. And they don't even clean their bar before I get there. And they let me embarrass them on national television. I can't get over that myself. I find that remarkable, that they won't even sweep the floor before I get there.
It's unbelievable, and it's so true. I mean, I've watched the show since it started, and you're right, John. I mean, at this point, the show's popular. People are aware of how it is, and yeah, if I knew, well, first of all, I would like to think I wouldn't find myself in a situation where I'd had a failing bar. But if I knew that there was a chance that you were going to walk in my door, I would grab a mop. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean,
rather than being embarrassed. But you know what, Tony, if they were great decision makers, I wouldn't be there, right? So.
Yeah, that's so true, isn't it? This Sunday night's episode, Sunday night, I Know What You Did Last Summit, we were just playing some of the audio from the little sneak peek. And once again, it seems like this is a bar owner that would rather have a few pops, so to speak, than focus on why his business is failing. And I guess people just get in that denial and they can't see their problems, or maybe they can see them and they just they shift the blame. So what can we expect this Sunday night, John?
Fireworks, man. This was a tough one. You know, and when you're dealing with something like substance abuse and business, think how deep this is. The guy's losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's a family involved. There's alcohol involved. It is an incredibly sad situation. He's not only bringing himself down, he's taking his family with him. So when I walk through that door, I feel like there's a huge responsibility on my shoulders. I could almost picture their kids when I walk through that front door. That's why I beat them up so hard. You know, if I don't change the dynamic of what's happening, this guy's finished. So that's why I'm so aggressive, Tony. You know, I have no choice. I only have really 2 days with him. When you break out the remodel and all the other training and things that we do, I have 2 days with the guy. So I go at him hard.
No, it makes sense. And I mean, from all the episodes that I've personally seen, you know, you can almost tell, John, when somebody has that moment when they're like, wow, this guy is genuinely here to help me. This is tough love. And if I just make a few adjustments and some changes, I can have success. But then at the other end of that, and it's so maddening, John, when you leave and then there's an update and they make a change to go back to the way they were. I don't get it. It drives me crazy.
Oh, so think about this. I build Tony's Bar. I put it on national TV. Millions of people watch it about 10 weeks after I leave, Tony, it'll air. So you know this, and a day after I leave, you change the name to Joe's Bar. So now, when you're on TV, it doesn't matter. Now, think of all the bars in the world, Tony, that would kill to be on television and get that kind of promotion. Nope, not this guy. He's going to take the sign down. Screw it. And that's why he's a failure. The whole premise, he put his ego ahead of his own success.
Oh, that's exactly.
That makes no sense.
That's exactly what it is. It's that ego. I'm curious, John, what has changed the most when you look at season 1 and season 5, and I mean specifically in the bar business? Now, obviously, the technology and like your Bar HQ app and things like that have come out, but what have you noticed the most? Maybe it's a reoccurring theme or something that's going to come in to play soon that's going to help bars succeed even more.
Well, technology does play a part of it. But, you know, new spirits are really exciting. Whiskey is up 20% in sales, up 20% with women. So spirits and product is really exciting now, putting technology aside. You know, years ago, bars would succeed because of music. There were subtle differences in music. Today, you know, music is much more generalized. You know, a urban gang member listens to the same music that a 22-year-old suburban girl listens to.
Right.
So there isn't separation and segmentation of music like there used to be. And promotions will do that. But really the most defining part of bars these days, in very many cases, are the products. And that's a real shift from what it used to be.
Now, what about when it comes to like craft beer? So we have several local craft breweries, Kelowna Brewing, and then we have some local spirits that are being made, and they try and focus on like, you know, think local, drink local. Those seem to be having success, don't they?
They do. And the local crafts, as they call them, whether it's spirits or beer, are doing really, really well. And you know what's interesting is when you look at craft beer, just to pick craft beer across the country, a bunch of them are not very good. And when you walk into some of the craft breweries, a lot of them aren't very clean, to be honest with you, because they're new operators. Some of them are bankers getting in the beer business to try to make money, and they're not passionate about beer, they're passionate about banking. So just because it's a craft beer doesn't mean it's good. But what's happened today is millennials and a great many people that go to bars determine their own self-relevancy by the brands they pick. So it doesn't have to be good, it just has to be cool.
Right.
And cool is very important today, and relevancy is very important today. So, you know, if I drink a cheap regular beer, I'm just not cool. The craft beer makes me cool, even though it tastes, you know, not nearly as good as the other beer does. That isn't as cool. So it's crazy. Cool is more important than, you know, what you consume or put in your body. Just because it's a craft beer doesn't mean it's good, is my point.
It's so fascinating. I mean, your job specifically, you have to have so much continuous, nonstop education and being ahead of the curve, and you have been for so many years. And we really get to benefit as the viewer of Bar Rescue in the 5th season. Again, Sunday night, 9 o'clock Central for us on Spike. The episode is I Know What You Did Last Summit. Last question, because I know you're on a tight schedule. Jon, I don't assume you want to slow down. You want to keep the show going, and we can look forward to it, right? I mean, people love this, and it's like a runaway train, right?
It is, and we're excited. The Spike Network next year is becoming the Paramount Network.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So the entire Spike Network, is being branded in the fall or early next year, and we're excited that Bar Rescue is one of the only shows that will actually stay with the network and transfer it to the new network. So we're very, very pleased, and we're in the process of starting a bunch more. So we'll be on TV with fresh episodes through the end of 2018 at this point.
It's fantastic. I'm so happy for you. Jon Taffer, the host of Bar Rescue, changing people's lives if they're willing to accept the help, and we look forward to each and every Sunday night at 9 o'clock Central. Have a great weekend, buddy. You're the best. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. Take care, buddy.
Take care. Bye.